Ciao, I'm Chef David Magnasco, owner and executive chef of The Chef's Table, here to do a cooking demonstration for the Milwaukee Public Museum's Moveable Feast. One of my favorite events of the entire year. Normally we get to cook on the streets of Old Milwaukee, which I absolutely love, but today we're in the Chef's Table kitchen, so welcome to my home. We're gonna make one of my favorite dishes, pasta alla puttanesca, and we're gonna use our new pasta line, and this is pasta di Maddalena, and this is our cassarece diece. So it's 10 flavors of pasta, and we're gonna tell you all about it. So we recently got a pasta extruder, which makes this beautiful pasta. This is cassarece, that's the shape of the pasta. We have 10 flavors here. This is beet, Cabernet Sauvignon, mushroom, pumpkin, purple sweet potato, saffron, spinach, squid ink, sunchoke, and tomato. For this dish, you can use any dried pasta. Traditionally, it's spaghetti alla puttanesca. We're using this, you can use penne, you can use anything. The other ingredients which are traditional to this dish are olives. Typically it's Kalamata olives, capers, tomatoes. We have some tomato sauces, a roasted red pepper, tomato sauce. We've got some chili flakes. Traditionally, there's also anchovy in there, which we're gonna omit because this is my daughter's dinner tonight and she doesn't like anchovies. We've got our water boiling. I like to salt the water once it starts boiling. We're using a Himalayan rock pink salt. So the pasta is gonna take about 8 minutes to cook. So that's about how long it's gonna take to put this sauce together. So you start with hot pan, then whatever fat you're using. In this case, we're using an extra virgin olive oil. All right, here we go with our oil. Okay. We want a nice healthy amount. Okay, that's probably 2-3 tablespoons. I've got a little bit of cipollini onions diced up. It's actually one onion, one cipollini onion. Small dice. You can hear it singing. If you can't hear the food singing when you go into the pan, your pan's not hot enough. Okay? So at this point, we're kind of frying that onion in the olive oil. Then we're going to go with a little bit of garlic. Okay, this is garlic puree. A little more garlic. Stir that in. And then capers are going to be next. These are non-Pirelli, they're the little guys. You can see how fast this is. Okay, what's happening here in the pan is that the capers are starting to blister a little bit. So I'm going to go in with the tomatoes next. Again, you can still hear it sizzling. At this point, I'm going to add a little pepper. This is Telecheri pepper. And a little bit of kosher salt. I like kosher salt versus iodized salt because it doesn't have iodine, because that kind of changes the flavor of the food. Also, traditional puttanesca has red chili pepper flakes. So we're gonna put that in there too, not too much. Okay. We've got also some olives. As I mentioned earlier, traditional, it's Kalamata olives. These are Cerignola olives that I just kind of cut off of the seeds. So we're gonna put those in as well. It's red Cerignolas and black Cerignolas. And then as I mentioned, I have a little bit of roasted red pepper tomato sauce that we made here. And I'm gonna just pull a few sprig, or just little petals off of the thyme sprig here and toss those in late in the game. We have a nice little sauce here. I'm gonna bring that over so you can kind of see what that looks like. Beautiful, look at that. Quick, easy, took less time than pasta. Little check here on the pasta. Sunchoke. So you want this to be al dente, which is to the tooth. And what that means is it shouldn't be mushy, but it shouldn't stick to your teeth either. So if you can chew a piece of that pasta and not have it stick in your teeth, it's good to go, which it is. So something I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and add, the sauce thickened a little bit. And the reason it did is because of the seeds. There's a pectin in the seeds at that high temperature, which is a natural thickening agent. Thicken it up a little bit more than maybe I want. So I'm gonna take some of that pasta water and put it into the sauce before I strain it. And that's gonna thin it down a little bit. Beautiful. You can kind of see what that does. Look at that, beautiful. So we're gonna take this, toss a little bit to get the extra water off. I'm gonna go ahead and put that onto the serving dish here. Put a little olive oil on there. Oh yeah, babe. Just put it across the center here. You can still see the color of the pasta. Cheese, this is Pecorino Romano. Make it snow. Don't be shy on the cheese. That's where the saltiness is gonna come from. And then maybe a little more chili peppers there at the top. I also had a little truffle, so we're gonna put a little black truffle on there. And a little bit of decoration, which is our thyme leaf just picked from the garden. And there is our casarecce diece alla puntanesca. Enjoy.